Nukem, Ameshkakshwa. To Virtual Storytime with the Lillooet Public Library, I'm Christina, and I'm the Children and Youth Program Coordinator. Before we get started, let's sing hello with a song. Sing along if you can. Come along and sing with me, sing with me, sing with me. Come along and sing with me today. Nice. Now can you come along and clap with me? Come along and clap with me, clap with me, clap with me. Come along and clap with me today. Nice job. Now we'll be reading a book today, so let's come along and read with me. So if you've got a book at home, you can use it as a prop. Come along and read with me, read with me, read with me. Come along and read with me today. Nice, good job. September 30th, next week, is Orange Shirt Day, where we recognize how every child matters. Every child, from all cultures, ages, boy or girl, big or small, black, brown or white, rich or poor, every child matters. On Orange Shirt Day, we remember the experiences of those Indigenous children that were put into residential schools, and we honor the healing journey of the survivors and their families. Before we read our story, I want to acknowledge that I'm grateful to be able to read to you today from the traditional territory of the Statlian people. So the story that we're going to read is about the experience of a Cree child in a residential school. This story is called When We Were Alone by David Robertson and Julie Flett and published by High Water Press. And after the story, we'll talk about why Orange Shirt Day is called Orange Shirt Day. This is When We Were Alone. Now in this book there are some Cree words. Kukum means a grandmother, and Nukem means my grandmother. Nosisum means grandchild, and Nikomi means uncle. So most of them are relation words. So you'll hear me read them in this story. Today I helped my Kukum, or grandmother, in her flower garden. She always wears colorful clothes. It's like she dresses in rainbows. When she bent down to prune some of the flowers, I couldn't even see her because she blended in with them. She was like a chameleon. Nukem, why do you wear so many colors? I asked. Nukem said, well, Nusism, meaning grandchild. When I was your age, at home in my community, my friends and I wore many different colors. But at the school I went to, far away from home, they gave us different clothes to wear. All the children were dressed the same, and our clothes weren't colorful at all. We all mixed together like storm clouds. Why did you have to dress like that? I asked. They didn't like that we wore such beautiful colors, Nukem said. They wanted us to look like everybody else. But sometimes, in the fall, when we were alone, and the leaves had turned to their warm autumn hues, we would roll around on the ground. We would pile the leaves over our clothes they had given us, and we would be colorful again, and that made us happy. Now, Nukem said, I always wear the most beautiful colors. After I helped with the flowers, we went over to the back gate. There were vines covering the gate, and they reached all the way to the ground. When my Kukum turned to fix the latch, I saw that her braid hung almost as low as the vines. It was like she had a tail. Nukem, why do you wear your hair so long? I asked. Nukem said, well, Nusism. When I was your age, at home in my community, my friends and I grew our hair long, just like our people have always done. It made us feel strong and proud. But at the school I went to, far away from home, they cut off all our hair. Our strands of hair mixed together on the ground like blades of dead grass. Why did you have to wear your hair like that? I asked. They didn't like that we were proud, Nukem said. They wanted us to be like everybody else. But sometimes in the spring, when we were alone, and the grass had grown so long and thick in the field, we would pick the blades from the ground. We would braid them into the short hair they had given us, and we would have long hair again, and this made us happy. Now, Nukem said, I always wear my hair very long. After my Kukum had fixed the latch, I followed her to the birdhouse. There was a bird flying through the air like a jingle-dress dancer. She fed the bird and whispered, Napinesis, Michiso, Tamiskitian, Tamiskaisian. Here, little bird, eat, so you will get big and strong. And her words sounded just like a poem. Nukem, why do you speak in Cree? I asked. Nukem said, Well, Nusism. When I was your age, at home, in my community, my friends and I always spoke our language. But at the school I went to, far away from home, they wouldn't let us speak our words. All the children used their strange words, and we didn't understand them at all. Our voices blended together like a flock of crows. Why did you have to talk in their language? I asked. They didn't like that we spoke our language, Nukem said. They wanted us to talk, like everybody else. But sometimes in the summer, when we were alone, and our teachers weren't anywhere around the place we were, we would whisper to each other in Cree. We would say all the words we weren't allowed to say so that we wouldn't forget them, and this made us happy. Now, Nukem said, I always speak my language. After our gardening was done, I sat with my Kukum in the backyard. Her brother came over and sat with us. He comes over all the time. We drank tea and ate bannock. The tea was hot and sweet, and the bannock was moist and warm and melted in my mouth. My Kukum and my uncle talked and laughed like children. Nukem, why do you and Nakomi always spend time together? I asked. Nukem said, Well, Nusism, when we were your age, at home in our community, being with family was the most important thing. We played with each other, did our chores together, and shared everything. But at the school I went to, far away from home, they wouldn't let us be together. My brother and I were separated like day and night. Why were you and Nakomi separated? I asked. They didn't like when we were with family, Nukem said, because when we were together we thought too much of home. But sometimes in the winter, when we were alone, and we were sure that nobody could see us, we would find each other. We could take off our mitts, and in the crisp, cold air, we would hold hands so we could be with each other, and this made us happy. Now, Nukem said, as she reached over and held my uncle's hand and mine, I am always with my family. And that's when we were alone. So what does the orange shirt part mean? Well, like in the story, a lady named Phyllis in BC went to a residential school. The people that ran the school took away all of her own clothes, including a bright new orange shirt that she had. And to Phyllis, the color orange reminds her of her experiences at that school and how she felt that no one cared for her and that she didn't have any worth. So we wear orange on Orange Shirt Day to honor these survivors and hear from their stories, and to recognize that every child matters. Let's sing another song. This song is called The More We Get Together, and it's about the importance of being connected with one's family, community, and culture. Just like the Kukum in that story now celebrates her culture and family. But during this time of COVID-19, the getting together might be more virtual, like on the phone or on video, and less in person, and that's okay too. And I'll be doing some sign language in this song, so there's 4 actions. The first one is more, and then together, happy or happier, and friends. So you'll catch on pretty quick, and we'll do this song twice. It goes like this. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Good job. So we'll do that one more time so you have a chance to practice the actions. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. All right, well that's it for this week. Thanks for listening to Virtual Storytime at the Lillooet Library. And remember, next Wednesday is Orange Shirt Day, so remember to wear orange to show your support for survivors of residential schools and to promote the message that every child matters. All right, I'll see you next time. Amishka 8. Goodbye. Rec Center Park Play, which includes storytime, craft, and playtime, will be happening Tuesdays in September on the Rec Center lawn from 11 to 12 p.m. Perfect for those 6 and under with a parent. Hope to see you there.